Hi there. Today I want to ask you something. I want to ask you, how is it that you came across the topic of the flat earth? Or the case that the earth is not a spinning ball? Or people that believe that it's concave? What and who was the way that you found it out? A lot of us that have been around for over a year, there was only a couple of places they could have seen it. In my case, it was the Flat Earth Clues by Mark Sargent. My biggest question that haunts me to this day, that I just cannot move past, that holds me back from thinking that this whole thing isn't a psychological experiment being done on us, is the way YouTube promoted that subject. Because if it was something that the government and the powers that be did not want us to see, why was YouTube promoting it every time I was on there? Why was it coming up recommended for you when I wasn't even in anything like that subject? How many of you were just looking at something else? In my case, it was bass fishing or something, and YouTube is promoting Flat Earth Clues. I can't get past that. And then everything that's transpired in the past year with the people that started the large channels and things that you see go on, I can't help but feel like we're being manipulated, almost like it's a government-run psychological experiment to see how we're going to react, to see the way the different people form different groups and infighting. I feel like we're being watched almost like a government experiment. I really have a strong feeling that this whole thing is some kind of psyop to watch us, to separate us, to keep an eye on us. I don't believe the earth is a spinning ball. However, the whole truth movement is bogged down now in this. I mean, when you first find out about it, you're excited. You feel like you're a part of a new group of friends that are somehow special because you know something more than the average person, and you have to go out and share it and tell everybody. But at the same time, the subject can be a big distraction. People get so sucked up into it and the drama and the hours and hours long hangouts. I'm not saying anything bad about it, but what is it that they are distracting us from? What is the bigger picture? In my case, it took me away from my spirituality that I was into at the time. I got sucked back into the 3D paradigm here of the earth and the shape of the earth and the dynamics of space and whether or not there's a dome, whether or not space is real or fake, whether or not there's an ice wall. It's fascinating. And when you first find it out, you look at the clues and you're like, oh, this is so exciting. But then now, a year and a half, a couple years later, it really hasn't gone anywhere. So we say, we have to do something. We have to spread the word. We have to go on these big trips and hit the ground running. And I think it's wonderful to spread knowledge. But what is it that they're watching us for? What is it that they're keeping us distracted from? I really have a feeling there's a lot more to this that we haven't found out. Let's put it that way. We have not found out what it is that they're really hiding from us. What it is that they have planned for us. Project Bluebeam. Are they going to come in and then they're going to expose that the Earth really isn't a globe? Oh, I don't know. This whole thing feels wrong to me right now because I feel like we're being led somewhere and it's a trap. I still am looking into it. I'm still following my people. I still love my flat earth friends and the whole topic, but I don't want it to be a distraction from the bigger things in life. The bigger things in life. What is it that they have planned for us? Are we being labeled? Are we being watched? Are we being distracted from maybe the idea that we should be looking at the magnetics of the planet, not planet, this realm that we live in, the powers that we have inside of us? We shouldn't be so focused on the shape, or the fact that we know that the earth is not what it said it was. There's more to it than that. I don't have it quite figured out yet. I don't know if I ever will. But I'm having a lot of issues because I did research into the fact about the YouTube views, and people can buy subs, they can buy views, they can buy likes. So when I watch channels that start off and they're new and a person comes out and they introduce themselves and you watch their channel slowly grow, you know, every week you'll see maybe they got another 50 people, and the next month another 100, and then they get stuck in 300s, and maybe they'll get to 500. Those I feel are real people, real honest people looking into this. But I want to ask you, were you there in the beginning when these really big channels got started? And have any of you actually watched their channels grow from 100 to 200 to 300? Or were you like me, by the time you got into it, they were already over 10,000, 20,000 subscribers? There's videos out there that get over 10,000 views and they only have 6,000 subscribers. The numbers aren't right. And I don't think there's as many of us out there as they'd like us to believe, people that are looking into this. Someone is messing with our numbers. And now that I know that you can buy these subscribers, you can buy the views, something isn't right. It's not sitting right. Like I said, I want to know, were you out there and watched Eric Dubay, Mark Sargent, Jeranism? And I like you. I like Jeranism. I'm not questioning him, but I'd like to know if anybody watched the channel grow from a small thing into what it is today. Phone's ringing again. So before I run out, I want to just say, you know, YouTube is become like the TV of now. It can be just as distracting and just as misleading as mainstream TV. There could be just as much manipulation behind YouTube as there is on regular TV. We don't know who we can trust. We don't know who is part of this organization that's running us all, this whole system. We don't know what's being planned for us. I suggest people prepare for the future to keep themselves as safe as possible. I'm very concerned about the state of the world for my grandchildren. Very concerned. Prepare, like keep water, keep food, keep protection, because if the system crashes, you have to be a little self-reliant. I have a well and I have a generator, and if you had a generator that and lots of fuel and a well, do you think you have to keep water stored? Well, for some reason I did. I always kept gallons and gallons and gallons of water stored, and the pressure tank from the well broke. And for over a day, there was no water at all except for what I had stored because we had to get the pressure tank. It's just things like that. With the well, I figured no matter what, if I had a generator, I'd be able to pump water, but I needed that stored water, and I'm glad I had it. So I'm just bringing it up to stay safe. Use your intuition. My intuition right now is telling me that everything isn't as it seems. And Flat Earth can be a lot of fun, interesting as all hell, and you find the best people out here to be friends with and talk to, and I love exploring all the different subjects out here. But I'm kind of moving away from the whole Flat Earth topic for a while because I feel like we are being led and we are being watched, and I don't care so much about being watched. I've probably been being watched since a long time because of my views on certain things. But what are we being distracted from? You know, if it becomes the sole focus of day and night, which it can tend to do, you know, we might be being distracted from something going on behind the scenes. And I don't like the idea of YouTube manipulating our numbers, the people being able to buy views. That just turned me right off when I saw that yesterday. How you, and I actually Googled it and saw it for a package deal. You can buy likes and you can buy dislikes and you can buy subs, and I don't know. If I haven't seen a channel grow from its infancy, how do I know that it wasn't just set up and we're being manipulated and watched? So they have something in mind for us in the future. The information may come out, and just be careful. Be careful what you do, and trust your gut instincts, this whole thing, and don't let it be your sole focus in life. Go back to what interests you. Don't let Flat Earth be your one and only thing in life. That's my message. It may not go over too good, but I had to just say that we have to start expanding our horizons and not being distracted by it to the point where nothing else catches our interest anymore. And now I will talk to you soon. I'm going next door to help someone weed and plant flowers and garden stuff. And I hope to talk to you all soon. Peace, people. Good to see you. I had a rough week. Yes, I had my father-in-law here for a week, and it was my birthday week, and I lost power, and I lost my internet, and my well tank broke. But I'm back, and I hope to talk to you all soon. Bye-bye. Thanks, Jazz, for the birthday wishes. That was great. I really like that.